I don't know what's up with the music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Stryker break. Shambles. It's already shambles. Just busting out some card shells. I had to get her going. 207, I'm a little late. Sorry. Shambles, shambles, shambles. Welcome. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. We're working on break number 1. What do we have today? Bowman in black. And pals. Bowman, black, little tribute, little heritage high number. Everything you could possibly dream of today, on today's episode. If you're ready, then I'm ready. What do you say we start with a little sample platter? We've got a Fanatics box of Topps Update 2024 and a Heritage High Number box featuring all of the wonderful good rookies. $50 Chuck, what up? Good afternoon, Craig. Philip. Hello. Oh yeah, Tigers are on. Who's pitching? Palante. 2-0 Tigers already. Whoa, it's a 4th. Nothing but dubs in the D. Welcome, come on in. Hit that like button. How many likes are we at already? 33. Over 100 in the chat. Don't forget to hit it. Retro says, I'm opening 5 blasters from Fanatics in an hour with you guys. 5 blasters from... What blasters, Retro? Series 1 or update or what? Inception? Yeah, I got some Inception coming. We got Series 2, Inception, Dynamic Duels coming out sometime soon. Detroit hat for the win. Was there a bat? Oh man, I am so behind today. I didn't turn my lights on. Let's try this. Come on, there. One more. We're good. Torque's been red hot, yeah. Yes, he is. Javi's been red hot. Everybody, it's just, the team is so good. Riley's stepping it up. We are off. And the good luck vibes, break number 1. Everything's good. Does anybody see anything wrong? Tell me now. I think we're all good. Blue, retail blue, Luciano. Tyler Black. How's it look? Looks good? Okay. Jordan Lawler. David Peterson. We're looking for these Fanatics exclusive Aquas. Tyler Black to $7.99. Purple. Hollow. Rainbow foil. Stephen Kolek. So on top of the 9 Aquas, we're going to get a couple more parallels, which we have already gotten. Can we ask for one more? I will. Jared Jones undergoing surgery. Just saw that report today. First pitch, Jaden Daniels. Well, back-to-back first pitches. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Schemes. Merrill. Let's do it. Let's get all of them. Jackson Holiday leading off. Leading off for the Orioles. What do we think? Is Basayo going to get called up soon? They need a little help. I don't think it would hurt. Snagged a case of Inception. Couldn't pass up the 24 class. I wouldn't be able to pass it up either. Happy hump day, Rusty's Rips. Card break and then mowing the lawn. We've had a lot of rain. It's been awfully rainy, but that's good for the trees. The pine trees in the garden. Got the potatoes in. The lawn is looking spectacular. Some cherry trees. Weeping cherry trees. Beautiful. Some blue spruce to spruce up the yard. They got to do something. Time for the O's to play all the young guys, give them a look. Yeah, they pretty much are playing a lot of their young guys. That's the thing is like you gotta, if you miss on a couple of guys, you just gotta, it hurts. You gotta hit on a few low draft picks and hit on a few high draft picks. And if you just keep missing, sets you back. Sets the whole thing back. Casey Schmidt to 699. Chromie. Ronaldo Mini. Churio. I got a package I gotta open on the channel. Oh, look at this awesome hit out of a blaster. Reggie Jackson Real One Auto. Yes. A's Reggie for Jose. What a beauty. We get a free auto out of our blaster. And what else? Green Renhefo. Victor Scott Aqua. I like Victor Scott. Got some good poise. He's kind of just seems like a big leaguer. But I don't know. I think he's batting 9th. Heritage high number blast has been amazing. Yes. I got an idea. It's called Let's Open a Box at Topps Chrome Black. What do you think of that idea? Hit that like button on your way in. Drop a comment in the chat. Let's get the algorithm flowing. Okay, here it is. Auto number 1. Schwellenbach. We've been seeing a lot of Schwellenbach. Braves for Nick. What do you think about Luis Pena? I don't know. That's a nice hit. I like this card. Nocturnal Matt Chapman. It's got a really cool three-dimensional look to it, even though it's not. Goldschmidt to 150. Blue Ray Wave. Got a refractor gold to 199. Yankees hitting already. Let's get those early vibes going. If you guys haven't watched yesterday's video that I uploaded, or the one the day before, we got a Monday and Tuesday video coming out. Hook me up. Give them a watch. Not very many people watch the Monday video because it's Comic Central, I guess. Got some comic books, opening comic cards, DC and Marvel, and some fan mail and some cool stuff from Dugout Mugs. It's worth a watch. You should definitely check it out. Helps me out. And you will be entertained, as always. Bowman's in the house. The Skeen Super, absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention, I mean, that wasn't even, there were other hits in there that were nuts. If it wasn't even for that card, it would have been nuts. Happy birthday, Jill. No, that was for a break wax. Do you think Series 2 is going to be a banger? I'd need to see a checklist. A lot of times Series 2 it's got about 3/4 of the production as Series 1, maybe half of the production as Series 1. So if they keep all the same parallels, then that means you're going to be hitting parallels at a higher rate. And then there's also going to be better relics. Should be like a better chance of getting autos slightly, maybe. Everything gets better the less they produce. So as they move on in the season, you know, Series 2, they produce less than Series 1. And then Update, they produce less than Series 2. So I would imagine they would produce less of it. And just Series 1 is so watered down that it's tough, you know? Like, everybody's excited about Series 1 because it's the new year of baseball. You know, it's like the first 2025 product. But it just kind of gets better as time goes on. Do you know when the Series 2 checklist is coming out? No. I would imagine maybe like like a week before the release. In the past, it's been like a week before the release. They'll drop that checklist, but sometimes earlier, sometimes later. You never really know. Hate Series 1 now. Yeah, I hate opening it now. It's so like meh. So hard to get anything. And then, now we got Bowman, so it like encompasses Series 1 and Series 2. Unnerved says, what's better than a little Stryker breaks as I waste away in my cubicle? You know what would be better? If you were watching it both on your phone and on the computer at the same time. The only thing that's better is more of it. Greatness loading, Sasaki, Conrad, Kason, X-Fractor. And here's the autograph. Immediately, Mahia. For the Dreamweaver. Man, Dreamweaver, you got some kind of special luck in you, boy. I'm telling you. Ever since Dreamweaver's been getting in on the breaks, it's just, he's always pulling fire. Or is it just me? I mean, Dreamweaver, you can chime in. But I feel like you got some good luck. Peyton Ellis, Mini Diamond. James Wood, Red Rookie. Let's keep them coming. We want more. We'll settle for nothing less than one more awesome thing. Hey, there you go. Okay, now I'm going for 2. We need another one on top of this. Greatness loading, Kobe Mayo. I like that. To 125. Little aqua piece. I'm a sucker for a parallel of an insert. Just something about it. And look at what we have. I'm going to give you a little sneak preview. Look at just a little edge. You see it? Reptilian right here. Coming up. Looked his name up because I was like, is it or It's Here it is. The orange to 25. Quintero. Dodgers hit for Brad. You know, Dodgers and Yankees prospects, almost no matter what, they're going to have some kind of value. Almost no matter what. As long as they're of the appropriate age, like, which means real young. There you go, 05. The prospects, the younger they are, the more valuable they are. It's just because there's potential, you know? It's that, like, magical thing. Potential. Can't quite put your finger on it, but you know they got it. How about Charlie Condon? Man, this is a box. Good box here. Chucky C for Jason. You just got to keep begging for it. Come on. One more. And here we go. Here's another one even. Malcolm Moore to 350. Super juiced box with parallels. Super juicy. GWU with a $5. Manifesting a Jesus Made in this break. Well, we verbalized it. We put it in writing and we verbalized it. So what else can we do? As far as manifestations go, I mean, what do we repeat it 3 times? Made, made, made. Another one of these. Happy Wednesday, Neil. Quintero has more home runs than Cags. That's a good stat. I love that kind of juice, Patient Zero. Feel free to drop as much juice as you want like that. Autograph. Parallel, blue parallel. River Ryan to 150. For the Dodgers, for Brad. The Series 2 checklist is available on the Topps website. I just looked yesterday. I couldn't find it. I'll have to check it out. Pepio to 150. I saw like an article on Topps Now. It was like, it said something about the checklist, and I clicked on it, and it had nothing to do with it wasn't the actual checklist. It was just like cards to look out for. And it was just talking about the inserts and different attributes of the release. Festa to 150. All right, what do we want to open next? Another Bowman. We got a few different things. We got a Bowman HTA. A couple more hobbies. Another 25 black and a 21 black. Mixing things up a bit. On Friday, I think we'll do some more. We'll do some more mixers, kind of like this, but I want to add some more years to Friday's mixers. Get the checklists hitting on different years. I want to add in some 2022. We'll get the Bobby involved, Bobby Witt rookies involved. 2023, we'll get some Gunner, Adley, Riley, and Pals involved. 2024, of course, with Ellie and everything, and 2025. So we're gonna go. Maybe even 2019. I've got a little bit of juicy 2019 boxes that we could add into the mix too. Some more 22. Yeah, I've got basically 19, 20, 21. I've got every year from 2019. Different kinds of boxes. So I think we'll go back in time a little bit. Mr. Joe with a 3-month membership. Thanks for being a solid guy in the card world. You're welcome. Thanks for being a member. Any juicy 18? I mean, I do have a little bit of 18, but the problem is when you incorporate 2018 into the mix, it gets super expensive, and there's not like a lot of guaranteed hits for the price. So it makes for a lot of disappointed people when you add in 2018. Now I could add in a little sample. I do have a little bit of like a little bit cheaper, like less expensive stuff that we could add in there. Like I could get hanger boxes. 2018 update hanger boxes are like $200. So those are good to add to breaks, but it's still pretty pricey for not having a hit. Usually people, you know, they like to join breaks because they want to get a hit, obviously, and they want to get like an autograph, big autograph. But you can hardly even find 2018 like Chrome. Like, good luck. And if you can, like if you got to go to eBay or something, shady. Guerrero to $4.99. And like, let me be specific. Buying wax, sealed wax on eBay is the shadiness. Individual cards, like they cover you though. So it's not that bad. Orange Reptilian and a green. 7 of 25, Quinn Matthews. Orange Reptilian. I like the orange Reptilian better than the gold Reptilian. Josh Noth to $3.99. We're getting the hits again. I think just these hobby boxes are good. I think that's what it is. Bowman hobby boxes, even though, you know, like the numbers don't really say that these are like the best. Jared Sundstrom, the numbers say that the blaster boxes, in terms of just pulling a parallel, are like the best route, but man, not the ones I opened. They weren't that good. Cardshells.com. If you need any supplies, go to cardshells.com and use the code STRYKERBREAKS for a discount. Haven't seen the Break 2 randomization. It's all on that video. Michael, you know, right? All on the video. Did you know? Did something happen? Something wrong? Was the randomization sent for break number 2? What? Yeah. Hold on, let me just double check, make sure everything went through. Yeah. Yeah, it's all on there. Patreon, go check the Patreon homepage. You also would have gotten an email. And the video is on there, and the spreadsheet is on there. Do you want me to drop you a link? Anybody need a link dropped for break number 2 or whatever? I can do that. Mini diamond coming up. Okay, we got a wave and a mini diamond coming up. Here's a wave. Walters to $3.50. KC hit. And a mini diamond. Javier for the Padres. And the autograph. I looked his name up too. Can I remember it though? Yeah, it starts with a Y. Justinson. I think it's like Justinson or something, dude. It's a wild one. I think it's Justinson. But I prefer Ghosty Nixon. So much better. Ghosty. Also, people have been talking about how some of these die cuts aren't die cutted. I still have not run across one, so. Lou Bob to $4.99. The numbered parallels keep coming. Justinson. Is that what I said? Justinson? Justinson. Justinson. I'm obsessed with his name. Dude needs another vowel in there. Yeah. I guess we got to count the Y. Sometimes Y is a vowel. I learned that in elementary school. But not very often does it come to fruition. Why? Why doesn't it? When does it? Wait, there's an E in that. This guy's mom was like, We don't need no vowels. JHOSTYNXON. I'm gonna come up with my own name. I wonder what they call them. They must call them like... No, they gotta call them like something. Some kind of... He who must not be named. Ghost Nixon. A heritage, 25 heritage hobby box. You are a best. These people are foolish. Wow. This dude's still at it. You must not have seen the last video, have you, Mata? You realize that would be bad for business? These guys are just so stupid to say that. What's the matter? Jelly? They just lack brain cells. Low IQ. Imbeciles. If you actually thought about it for a second, you'd realize that you want your people to get good hits. Think about it for a minute. They don't even understand. Like, people that think somebody... What are you gonna do? Find a relic? Ooh. They just don't even, like, their arguments, they don't even make any sense. That's why it's like, you just ban them and move on. So base level. But they actually don't even think that. They just want to slander you because they're mad that you banned them in the past. Called them out live in front of everybody. They looked like an idiot, because they are. And then they bide their time like a little gamma. They bide their time and they make more accounts so that they can just come bomb you one day. And then you ban them immediately and no one ever sees or cares. Josh Youngblue. It's really wonderful. Lou Bob. Game used bat. For Jason. Hulk. We got Devers Refractor. Mania. Chrome Manny. That's a nice one. James Wood. Let's get him up there. Beautiful blue speckled James Wood. For Kyle. A blue Jaden Hill. Bryson Stott. Walter Pennington. Chromie. Oh, we got a gold. Luis Guerrero. 3 of 50. True gold. James K. Polk, well-known president of the United States and 13th Speaker of the House. I tried to be the president's guy for trivia. I made a bunch of flashcards. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Yeah. It's tough being in your 40s and then trying to learn. Go back and learn something. Your brain's like, I'm done with learning. I've been done with this for a long time. Now give me some more alcohol, please. Nolan Arenado. Now go back to killing me with substances. My dad. Chrome. Justin Steele. I think your brain wants to be lazy. It's just like, please, just constantly stimulate me with media. Multimedia. Edgardo. Henriquez. Whew. What kind of music is this? I think this is the music that one guy has in his bedroom who just came into the chat. It's just like, he just pumps this and like stares at the ceiling. Who can I pester today? My life is so horrible. What do we have here? Ah, Angel Acuna. I must make someone else miserable to bring them down to my level. Woe is me. I don't know. I don't know about this anymore. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but... Another TCB 2025. Tudio Kid asks, if I have $150, what would you recommend I do with it? Cards, obviously. You get the good thing you put that little $150, man, because I really would like to make a smart aleck comment about that, but you sealed the opportunity. Dang it. $150. Well, the best thing to do would be to buy a single. Like if you know, the most cost effective thing would be to find like a $150 card. You can get a good one for that price. Angel Martinez. But if you're talking about wax, like sealed wax or something to open, 150 is a weird spot, man, because there's like that's just a weird spot in between a bunch of things. 150, but you know what you could do is you could get a box of you could get a hobby box of 2024 Heritage High Number. That's a good product. You could spend it on, you could get like a bunch of Bowman blasters. Oh, we got an orange in here. Rat Louder to 99. Orange, come on, big orange. Royce Lewis. It's a beautiful orange. 16 to 25. We already have 3 oranges on the stage. 3 oranges and a gold. Five Bowman blasters. Yeah, you could get 5 Bowman blasters. That would be a good bang for your buck from a rip standpoint, because there's a lot of packs. So I mean, man, you can make 5 blasters last a little while. So that might be the play, actually. From an ultra modern standpoint, from like the newest thing that has came out, that would be a good play. Let's see what we got in this 21 black. Where do you recommend you purchase them from? Fanatics. See if they're on Fanatics. I should have a link. Let me drop a link. I got a link for you. I'll save everybody some time. Where would it be? It would be right here. I'm gonna copy it and drop it into the chat. Let me first check and make sure that they are actually available. Yes, they are. All right, I'm dropping a link into the chat. This will take you to Fanatics, where they sell baseball cards, and like the first thing you'll see is the Bowman blasters, and they have Bowman mega boxes and they have hobby boxes. They also have Heritage High Number, 2024 Heritage High Number. So any of that stuff is good. So this is back when they only had 1 pack. I like it a lot better this year with 2 packs. These boxes are cheaper though. Checklist isn't as good from a rookie standpoint, but there's other good players you can pull too. Christian Javier, that's his rookie auto. It's a good pitcher. Astros hit. Dreamweaver. Spamming. I just got, because it'll get lost in the chat if I don't. I always drop 3, and it's lucky. See, and they only had 3 cards back in the day too. 3 cards instead of 5, or is it 4? Is it 4 or 5? I just did it, I should know. All right, we got 2 boxes left. We got a Bowman Hobby and an HTA. Yeah, Brian, black's pretty expensive, but you could always save your money, and think of it this way. If you save the $300 for Topps Chrome, regular Topps Chrome, you'll get more cards and you'll get the same amount of autographs. It won't be encased, and the checklist will be broader. But you'd be able to get a hobby box of Topps Chrome for the same price. It'll probably be $300, I'd imagine. At least first. A long time, Patient Zero. Megas just have 2 packs. Yeah, Megas, so they've got, I think is it 5 packs of base, and then 2 packs, 2 of the Mojo packs that have like, I don't know how it is this year. Is it a parallel per pack, or a parallel or an autograph per pack? What would you do with a red Chrome Skeens auto to 5? Well, I'd get that sucker graded, just as long as it doesn't have any blatant like scratches or corner dents or edges or centering issues. As long as it doesn't have any blatant problems, blatant issues like that, you're gonna want to get it graded. Preferably PSA. You send it to PSA, you're gonna get the highest return on your grade. And if it's a card like that, you're not gonna be able to send it bulk, which is good and bad. It'll cost you a little bit more to get graded, but you'll get it back way faster, which you probably want it back pretty quick. But after you get it graded, you can put it on eBay. There's a lot of eyeballs on eBay. Put a best offer on it. Put like whatever you think it's worth. I don't know. But try to find a comp. So if you can't find one to 5, then you can find one to maybe 10 or 25 or 50 or something like that. And you can get some kind of an idea of what it's worth, and then just put a best offer on it so that someone can come along and be like, oh, I got it. You got $2,000 on it. If you take 15, and then if you get a bunch of people lowballing you, then you'd know that maybe you're a little too high on it. Yeah, if you use PSA, use the code Stryker25, STRYKER 25. You'll save $25 off your PSA order. So that's a great deal. Franklin Arias to $4.99. Refractor for the Red Sox. Going to Eric. Do you guys think 4 blasters is good enough? Is it good enough? Yeah, man. Any amount is good enough. Don't spend more than you can afford. Just don't spend more than you're comfortable with crinkling up and throwing out the window. That's a good rule of thumb. That goes with any kind of expenditures, basically, where you're, there's a Skeens. Jeez, we got a blue reptilian too. It's like, don't go to the movies either if you can't afford to drop, like, what is it, like $50 now to go to the freaking theater and buy some popcorn and a drink? It's like, if that's gonna hurt you, then just hold off. Tommy White, over and over, blue reptilian. So we got an orange reptilian and a blue reptilian. Color match here. Love it. Always padding the Marlins. Christopher with the Marlins today. I'm going to put him with his pal, the other reptilian parallel, Rosario. Kim, red rookie. Kason to 350. Wave action. Franklin Arias is a stud. Watched him play my hometown single A. He wasn't there long. That's the beauty of, so with Bowman releases in general, people tend to hyper focus in on just a couple of guys. Like, we got Jesus Made, Charlie Condon, JJ Weatherholt, but even like Condon is, Made and Condon are the two high ones. And then it's just like a distribution curve. It kind of goes down. All the money goes to the top couple. And then we got Weatherholt and Caldwell, McGonigal. And then, it kind of goes down from there. And then you got a guy like Franklin Arias, who's Boston's number 5. He's 19 years old. And he might kind of slip through the cracks a little bit because people, they take their eye off of, like, if it's not one of the top ones, they take their eye off it. Look at what we found just sitting there. Did you guys see that? Did anybody even see it sitting there? Spotlight, Sasaki. Tough pulls. This is only the second spotlight I have pulled out of Bowman, and we're working on like case number. We've opened at least 10 cases or more of this stuff. Congratulations. Dodgers hit for Kurt. Nice, Kurt. Spotlight number 2 in total. I like how they're harder pulls. Tavares to 199. Kyle Teal running like a weirdo. I don't know. Sorry, Kyle. This is a bad photo. Even though like you are putting forth a ton of effort, and I like that. But how your hand comes up right there is just a weird shot. Quintero slipping 2. I don't get it. Well, that's Buy low, sell high. These guys move up and down in the hierarchy of collectability. And when you have a lot of guys that are collectible in a Bowman release, a lot of guys with potential, a lot of guys in the top 100, Baseball America, a lot of guys in the organizational top 5, then it tends to increase the value, or at the very least maintain its value, like a Bowman release. You'll see this stuff jockey around. Like it tends to not go up Bowman because they make a lot of Bowman. It's one of the most widespread releases of the year, besides all the flagship releases and Topps Chrome. I think those are just the biggest ones. You got regular Bowman, which is this, and then the Topps Chrome releases. Topps Chrome Update is not a retail release at this point. I don't think it. No, they did have mega boxes last year still. So there's a little bit of retail you can get, but usually that gets gobbled up quickly. So you don't tend to see a fluctuation, like an immediate upward trajectory in Bowman off the rip, although these have gone up in price, like I said they would, because they're just so good. And they've made much fewer of these, and you can't get these in retail. So I called a $750 price point and upwards from there potentially. It's tough to predict more than $750 off of the rip, although I think over time, especially like if this checklist tends to improve, like these could be $1,000. Do you have any unopened boxes of Gypsy Queen laying around? I do. Just like maybe one or two. Bo Walker. Jesus Lopez to 150. Shea Whitcomb, red rookie. Little peek on the side. Diaw to 99. Joseph to 250. Showalter to 150. And here come the autographs. D'Angelo Ortiz. Big Poppy's boy, right? Does it say? Father David, yes, it is. And Chase Burns, one of the top picks. It's one of the better pitching prospects. Second overall pick in 2024, Chase Burns. Speckle auto to 299. And Nick Kurtz, man, all 3 autographs. All 3 awesome autographs. And that's why. Like that. Not every box is going to have like the names, but I think every box I've opened has had at least 2 parallel autographs. And then all the other parallels on top of that, the exclusives, the tough to pull inserts come out of here at a higher clip. Any PSA orders pending? No, but I've got a bunch that I got to get in. It's so hard to put it aside because I got to set aside like a day. I got to set aside a whole day. And it's not going to take me like, 8 hours to do it, but it's the kind of thing where I don't want to sit there all day. And I have things in between to do, and it's like on my list of things to do, putting in a PSA order can wait. That's why it keeps getting pushed to the back burner, because there's things that can't wait, things I have to do now, like, and then things that I have to do in a week, and then things that I don't have a timeline for that I can do whenever. And that's why like listing cards on eBay gets pushed back. That's why submitting cards to PSA gets pushed back, because they don't have to be done. And then I even thought to myself yesterday, like, maybe I just list all these cards on eBay. I don't know. I've been doing that more often. Bypassing the submission and just listing them. It's like, you want to take the time to do it? Go ahead. But I gotta get it. I gotta get one in. I'm gonna wait for a sale. I haven't looked and seen if there's a sale. I don't know if they're gonna have one anytime soon. But let me know if anybody sees a sale, and I'll get it in. Here we go. Break number 1 hits. Are you ready? Ugarte, X-Fractor, Rosario Mini Diamond, Correa to 75. That Correa is to 75. And then we've got all of our heritage hits. Manayan, Devers, Houck, Young, Riley, Lipscomb. That's a cool Mickey Mantle. Dingler, Cunha, Harris, Wong, Hernandez, Steele. Oh, Lamont Wade, Lazario, Tibbs, Sundstrom, Iles, Quezon. Got a mini Lopez. Langoliers is a... What is Langoliers? Team color? I think that's a team color switch. Yeah. Interesting. Renhefo, Scott, Glasnow, Kolek. Nocturnal Chapman, Goldschmidt to 199, Goldschmidt to 150, Schwellenbach, Schmidt to 699, Reggie Jackson autograph, Tyler Black rookie to 799, Pepio to 150, Quintero to 25, Greatness Loading, Kobe Mayo to 125, River Ryan to 150, Malcolm Moore to 350, Mejia auto, Condon, Reptilian, Lou Bob, Game Use Bat, Garcia, White to 150. The Reptilian's coming out. Parallels. Matthews to 25. Festa to 150. Lou Bob to 499. Javier Mini Diamond. Noth to 399. Guerrero to 499. Walters to 350. Skeens to 250. Lewis to 25. Arias to 499. Wood, Speckle rookie. Guerrero to 50. Gold. True gold rookie. Christian Javier, rookie auto. Spotlight Sasaki, Lauder to 99. Martinez, Kyle Teal Reptilian. Tavares to 199. Noth, Quezon to 350. Kim, red rookie. Showalter to 150. Joseph to 250. Dial to 99. Whitcomb, red rookie. Lopez to 150. Ortiz to 99. Burns to 299. And Nick Kurtz autograph. Break number 2. Let's give her a little sweep. Yeah, Dodgers did well today. So far in that break. Well, break number 2. Why don't we start out with one of these? Nathan, did I have Boston or Philly? I don't know, man. You're gonna have to go back and look. Hopefully I didn't read the wrong names for everything there. Break number 4. It's possible I read off all the wrong names. I thought I was on break number 1. Oh, Tigers and Cardinals are on still. 3-1. Carpenter's up. Here we go. Number 1. Let's get off of that. Where is... Did I exit out of that? There we go. Did you send me an email? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I responded to that, Jacob. Did I not? Let me see here. Yeah, Jacob, you said, let me just double check that. Yeah, I got you, Jacob. You're good to go. I just used the second address. He said it was, the second address was good, and it was. Guys, any problems you have, just email me. We can't address them during the live streams. It's just can't do it. So if anybody has any issues, just email me. I'll take care of it. Or DM me. Better yet, DM me on Patreon. Preferably before the break starts. That would be perfect. Because I print all the shipping labels off before the break even starts. So if I gotta go back, void it out, make a new label with a new email, like, it's just not fun. It's not fun to do that. It takes a lot of time. So if I can do it before I even print off the wrong address and everything, it makes it easier. Also, there's like multiple people that have these issues. So just dealing with, there's 120 people roughly involved in today's breaks. You did, Sean? I don't know if I'm seeing your email, buddy. I don't know. There's like a lot of people emailing me today with mess ups, so feel free to email me again. I'm not seeing it, Sean, but once again, I'll take care of it. Shoot me another email. Jack Lyons to 350. Mejia to 199. Nankil Reptilian. X Fractor. Long. Red Rookie. Where are we at? Oh, no way. Our first retro. Steve Carlton. Sweet. Wow. Joseph has the Cardinals. Yeah, this is the first, what do they call this? A retro, not a retro fractor. Do they call it? Yeah, retro fractor. Steve Carlton. That is a rare pull. Tough pull. Congratulations. There are two Sean Russells in the chat. See, I'm all tripped out, dude. Oh, do you have a different name too on this? You got a different name. Okay, that's another problem. Like if your name is not what it matches up with in the YouTube chat, and you're like emailing me from a different like a nickname or whatever. It's so confusing. But I just got it, Sean. I just got that. I see it now. Okay. Multitasking extraordinaire. O'Neill Perez. O'Neill. O-N-I-L. O'Neill? But not spelled the normal way, potentially. Gary to 250. Lindsay Mini Diamond. Charlie. Let's get Charlie over here for a top load. Yeah. You gonna rip any? No, Brian, I'm not. I've still got half a case of Topps Chrome Cosmic to rip. Topps Chrome Black. So we're gonna do that. And I actually got some other stuff too, other football. It's just hard to find time to rip football because it's like 95% of my people only want to rip baseball. Tyler Locklear, Seattle hit for Brandon. No autos in that hobby. Did I pass one? Did I pass one? Let me just fly through this real quick and see if I can't find one that I missed. There it is. I knew there had to have been one. Johnny on the level. There he is. We go through these cards again a couple more times, sorting, so we would have found it. I actually found one last break. So someone's going to be getting an autograph that they didn't plan. Whoops. All right, gold. Well, first of all, James Wood. Second of all, David Festa to 199. Austin Riley. Gold mini diamond, 27 to 50. We got a gold on the stage already. Riley Green up to bat, 3 to 1. Big uppercut swing. Riley Green has the biggest uppercut swing in the bigs. Said he was tired of hitting ground balls. Excited for Series 2? Not yet. I'll get excited probably the week before it comes out, but we got quite a while still before it comes out. I'm not about to have my anticipation kicked in. I don't want to have the excitement just lingering and be like, yeah. I lose sleep. So I got to keep it at bay. Keep the excitement at bay for a while. Retrofractors, 1 in 31,000. Is that what you're saying, blank cards? Probably. They're super rare. That's the first one we pulled out of all this. Trying to think of how many cases we've ripped so far, and it's like total between Hobby, Jumbo, and Breaker's Delight. $10 to $15 cases. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. You don't want to do it twice. You hit the like button twice and it takes away the like. Okay, 2024 Heritage High number. Here it is. What are you ripping for the PC and series? I don't even know, Chad. Like, it's a little ways away, brother. Like I said, I'm still in Bowman mode. Joey Ortiz. Wait till we get a little closer. I'll let you know. I haven't even done the breakdown of pack odds or anything like that. Dom Smith to 225. Aqua rookie pitchers. I was looking yesterday though. Paying you to $6.99 at the different formats. I want to have the pack odds and everything before I make a choice on what retail to rip. Green Jazz. Down with an oblique right now? Jazz? We got multiple numbered chromes out of that. Regular chrome and a silver. Gotta love the banger boxes. Someone emailed me and told me they got out of these 24 Heritage High number boxes, they pulled I think it was in a hot box. So they got their hot box. They got a silver or 2 silvers, and then a red ink auto, and then a regular auto out of a hot box. I ended up with, I think, 3 hot boxes out of everything I ripped and did not get any of those. I never got an auto, I don't think, out of my hot box. I never even got a good hot box card. This is 2024 update, a Fanatics box. No Joke says, Stryker, you should do a video where you do 3 or whatever of 2025 Bowman versus 2025 Heritage. Well, the Bowman's better than Heritage. I can tell you that right now. It wouldn't even be a comparison. I didn't open any retail 25 Heritage. In my opinion, you stick with the hobbies. They're affordable enough, and you have your guaranteed autograph or relic coming out of there, and then there's just so many hits, so many parallels coming out of the hobby boxes. They're just juiced to the moon. So then you couldn't even compare a hobby to hobby because you're guaranteed an auto in Bowman, and it's twice as expensive. I mean, you could do a 2-to-1, but you still wouldn't even be guaranteed an auto in Heritage. Barossa. Soto. There's a relic. We got a free Nando Black relic to 199 out of a blaster box. Closer with Bowman Blasters versus Heritage Megas. Maybe. Bowman is a superior product. It's just a superior product. There's Garcia. Rookie for Kyle. Numbered to $9.99. But the thing about Heritage, those Heritage 25 Heritage hobby boxes, is there's so many top load cards. They're perfect to add into a break, because like you can add a hobby box of Heritage into a break and nobody even, like, the cost of it is divided between everybody and you don't even feel it. But it adds so many top loaded cards and like just relevant parallels and things like that it's worth it, and it kind of just spreads around some good things to a lot of people. So it's perfect for a break. But just the hobby. And then just in particular that release. Because if you go to 24 Heritage high number, the blasters are great for breaks. Because I mean, you want to talk about, that's like nothing. You add a blaster to the break and it's like $1 a person. But you've got a huge upside. Like enormous upside. The red ink real ones are super valuable. The checklist is awesome, so you're going to get like a bunch of good rookies, or at least several good rookies, and then the chromes, high upside with the chromes. So it's very, like, every release is different. We got an orange autograph. Come on, big orange auto. Kumar Rocker, rookie, 10 of 25 for Jesse. Do the hotbox parallels carry similar valuables, similar value multipliers compared to straight up refractors from Heritage? No, they're not the same. Because the refractor, well, there's not even what if you're talking, it just depends on what every year is different too. So you got to specify a year, and like Jazz to 99. Usually like a hotbox refractor, you got to look up your specific player you're talking about, and then look up their card in a Birdsong to 199. Look up that card in a PSA 10 hotbox versus whatever you're comparing it to, refractor. They didn't even have refractors in 2024 Heritage high number. They do in 2025 Heritage. And so if you're talking about that, you would have to try to, like, there's probably not even any PSA 10s available. So you'd have to look up raw ones to do a comparison, and raw cards are all over the map. It's hard to get a good value comp with raw. You can, I guarantee you'd probably find some that are the same price, some that are a little bit higher, some that are a little bit lower. It's just, they'll be all over the board. Because quality, like the quality comes into play. Like, it does it have a scratch on it? And like when you're just looking at thumbnails, if you're just scrolling through, like you're looking for a purple hot box and you just don't look at the quality of the card, if you're just raw card looking, it's just tough, you know. It takes a long time to get an actual comp when you're looking at raw stuff. Another Bowman box. You got your red ink Yamamoto from a hobby. Yeah, they come from both formats. It's for sure. Paw Patrol. CVC asks, so when you have the 1 of 10 card, is that considered more valuable than, say, a 2 of 10 or a 10 of 10? Are they basically the same? Assuming they're all in the same condition, they're all PSA 10s. It would depend on the buyer. If the buyer sees some kind of relevancy there, personally, I don't care at all. Like when I'm looking at cards, I don't care at all if it's 1 of 10, 10 of 10, 5 of 10. If it's a number match, it could have more value. Like let's say they're number 4, and like the card's number 4 of 10, could potentially have a little bit more value. 1 of 10, they would call that an eBay 101. You could like put that in your title, eBay 101. There's potentially a little bit more value there, but I think it's just a red's worth what a red's worth mostly. You can get real picky. Like when you're talking about higher dollar cards, super expensive players, super collectible players, and you got a number match or a 1 of whatever, there's potential there for a little bit more value, especially if they advertise it like that. Like if no one advertises it like that, then it's probably not gonna be. But if in the title and in the description they make a big deal about, you know, the exclusive number match, parallel, blah blah blah, I could see it getting a little more value, but not too much more. Like if you had a Jordan, early Jordan, numbered 23 of 99 or something, that one's gonna, you see what I mean? Like, because that's a relevant number, a collectible number. Everybody knows Jordan is number 23, so it would be different than like Walker Jenkins, number 84 of 99. Maybe not, right? Maybe not yet. Although he is a top prospect, so maybe that was a bad example. Take like a no-name player, plug him into that example, and that would be better. Nice, Mike. Good pull. Mike just pulled the Amade Mini Diamond Auto to $299. Holy. Kim, red rookie. Got a Mini Diamond Perez. Elis Reptilian. Junior to 175. Cold and gray 50-degree day in New England. Yeah, I know all about those kind of days. Pineda, purple first auto for Jeff. It's been gray around here. Like Monday was a pretty gray day for us, so sounds about right. Caught up to you guys. But then it got nicer later on in the day. It got nice at about 5 o'clock. Sun came out, temperature rose a couple of degrees. And then the rain. $101 and sunny in Arizona. Your jumbo box was an L last week. That's a bummer. Trying to price out a high dollar card. How much are those red rookies worth? Just go on eBay, look it up. I've heard reports of people pulling good money for them, especially the players that could actually win it. They're not super tough pulls. They're not common. I would say they're uncommon, but they're not rare. And they're not short, like super short prints. There's enough of them to where I don't think they should. Whatever it is, like Bowman added some nice value to the breaks or to the boxes by doing this. I should say Fanatics. Fanatics added nice value potential. The same as the rookie redemption program. Like that is great for people, and it's not going to cost them a ton of money. These boxes aren't so much more expensive either. People thought, like the naysayers and complainers were like, "It's gonna make the boxes more expensive." It's like it's about the same price as they always are. Someone was saying they're getting like $70 for the red rookies. Just depends. Depends who it is and how good of a shot they have of winning. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. See if I can find some active odds. So this is May 19th. So that's just a couple days ago. And it's got Jacob Wilson as a minus 135 favorite. And Jackson Jobe is 30-1. So the most valuable one should be Jacob Wilson. There's a black Drew Thorpe. There's only 50 of those bad boys. Trevor McGill. And then on the other side, Drake Baldwin. Dylan Cruz is plus 850. Drake Baldwin plus 325. Angel Acuna plus 900. So like Cruz, Acuna, and Baldwin should have some value on the other side. Torkelson Refractor. Blake Dunn in a blue. Cavadas, Adames. Blue Manoa. Brooks Baldwin. Buxton Chrome. They really should have numbered these chromes, man. That was a mistake. Or so, like these at least. That's a good Skeens. Nice Skeens. I think they just made too much of it. So they didn't want to have to put like a real high number. Patient Zero says, love the Prospect Hot List recommendation. Yeah, Prospect Hot List is a wealth of, it's just a wonderful resource. It's the only website like that where it'll show you the actual, all with one click, it'll show you the prospects that have firsts in any given Bowman release, Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. And it also shows you their stats, their current stats, and what level that they're at relative to the other players in that level. It's got every bit of information you can imagine. ProspectHotlist.com. My friend is the maker of that website. So if you use it and find information, just send him a little tip. He does it for free. Jake Berger. George Kirby. Sean Berg Blue. Raphael Divers, man, there really seems to be a lot of relics coming out of 25 Heritage. It just seems like more than normal. But maybe I'm just not remembering the autos we've gotten. I don't know. We only open like one box here and there. Reese Olson, Logan Webb, and that is that box. Smith Shaver. What's up, David? Yeah, Tigers are playing the Cardinals today. I got them on the screen here, actually. Keeps turning the volume on for some reason every time I click off of it. So we got to watch, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but we got to watch our local games on FanDuel Sports Network. And the app is stupid. If you minimize the app, it stops. It doesn't keep playing once you minimize the app on a PC. Jaime Westbrook. I don't know if it's... I think it's just like an oversight. I think whoever started this platform, they're underprepared and like ill-advised because they don't have very many commercials, if any. It's just a screen that's just like says, "We'll be right back." You need to fill that full of commercials. What are you doing? I hate to say it because I hate commercials, but you got to fill that with something to generate money. Like, what are you doing? There's got to be people out there willing to put a commercial on the Tigers game. Grant McCray to 75. Yeah, like Stryker breaks. I would. If the price is right, we can negotiate. Zabby to 199. You know what we could do? FanDuel Sports Network. We could have a little cross promotion. I promote you, you promote me. Ends up being a wash. Everybody wins. You fill your dead air with some Stryker breaks hilarity and entertainment. Dude, FanDuel Network. You could just show my breaks. We're talking baseball cards here. Come on. In between, instead of just like a dry dead air screen with nothing on it, entertain the people. Call my people. That's me, though. That's just me. Call me. That's right, Josh. What's unique about the Drew Thorpe on the stand? That's a black border, and there's only 50 of those that exist. 2021 TCB. What treasures could be in here? Chin Ming Wang. Former Yankees pitcher, everybody remembers. Braylon Marquez to 150. What's the app that shows you comps? eBay? Is that what you're talking about? It's just a website, or yeah, I guess it's an app. If you've ever wondered, hey, what is X worth? Just go to eBay. Anything. Garage sailing? You out garage sailing and you're wondering, man, I don't know what this is worth. Just pull out eBay. It's on your phone. Should be on your phone. Actual app? I don't know, man. I don't bother with all these different apps and stuff. I just pull out eBay and it's like everything's right there. It's so easy. No need to have multiple apps for everything. At least in my opinion. You can take a picture of it, just all the comps pop right up. There's probably 100 different apps that do that. No need for any of them. Just stealing your information. Unless you want to sponsor a Stryker break. And then there's a need for that. Josh, it's a good question, Josh. Josh says, I'm curious on your input. If you steal an auction card on eBay and get a great deal on a card, would or should that affect the value of the card in the future? Yeah, it will. So you think that, hey, I'm getting a good deal. Great. Well, what you're doing is you're bringing the value of the card down. Because that's the next comp that someone's going to use. So it's like the race to the bottom. The race to the bottom's bad. Okay? So, like, you might, like, you're just like licking, you're just like, hey, got a great deal. And, well, no, congratulations. You just played yourself. That's all that is. Unless there's like, you know, tons and tons and tons of them. If it's a real common card, that's not going to affect it because the prices are all over the place. But if it's kind of like a tougher card, maybe an autograph, let's say it's like you're looking for a Jesus Mate auto, right? And you happen to get a great deal or someone accepts your offer and it's like a lower price than the current comps, or the auction ends at a weird time and you're able to swoop it up. Well, you might have just lowered the value a little bit. You might have actually started a trend where people are paying less and less and less for it. Maybe. There's no like guarantees on that kind of thing. And like the next guy could just really want it more and pay more for it. You see that all the time. Colt Emerson. Someone will pay like $200 for a card and then like the next one will sell for like $125 or something. You got to factor in a lot of things like the grade of the card. Is it just raw? Franklin Arias, another nice autograph. Got a Boston hit. For Jacob. Congratulations, Jacob. But there's a lot of things. But yeah, I have thought about that in the past. When you're like, you think you get a good deal, and then you're like, oh wait, I'm the last comp. Do you ever buy Topps Now cards? Yeah, I do. When there's the right one out. If there's something I want to chase, I'll buy a bunch of them. Cobb Hightower to 350. Matt Chapman to 175. But see, it doesn't matter like if you're not going to resell that card. If you just want to buy it for your personal collection, doesn't matter if you got a good deal on it. But if you want to buy something and then resell it, it could potentially affect it. Nenkil. Adrian Del Castillo. The red rookie. Kyle Teal to 199. Yeah, plus you can use your like your bonus points or whatever on Topps.com for Topps Now stuff. So if you want to chase something, it's kind of fun. I haven't done that in a while. I used up all my points. But every once in a while, some cool card will come out of a rookie. I usually only do it for rookies or historical things that happen. Ashley Andujar. Also, occasionally they have those cool game-used relics and some things that you could potentially get an autograph. I like to save up my points for something like that where I can buy a bunch of them. Braden Montgomery, Reptilian. We got a Breaker's Delight box. right here, right now. Or if you buy something cheap on eBay, then grab the next one for the same low price. You did it twice with a PSA 10. Jason Dominguez crushed. It will rebound because it's slightly rare. Yeah, that's another angle. That's another angle. People have been doing that since the beginning of online, even just cards in general, collectibles in general. That's a tale as old as time. People will try to buy up all of them, but you know, you're trying to manipulate prices, and most of the time that doesn't work because there's an inherent value to something that's based on a real life supply and demand. So just because, like, it's a two-way street, supply and demand. There has to be an amount of people that want that product super bad too. It's not you just take the supply away and it's like, haha. No, there has to be an equal or a greater amount of demand for the price to go up. So it's a tricky formula, and like when you're trying to manipulate prices, a lot of times it'll come back and bite you. It's like, yeah, I got all of them now, and then nobody wants them then. You're the only one who wanted them. Rosario to $3.99. Some guy famously did that with some Topps card back in the day. I don't remember the exact story. I've heard it a million times, but he ended up suing Topps, I think it was, because there were more cards than they claimed, because he went around to buy up all these cards. Someone definitely remembers in the chat, I'm sure. Jace Young, red rookie. Cameron Sullivan to 150. But this was before the internet, so like you couldn't easily see. So he had to go around to different shows and try to buy up all these cards, and found that there were more than they claimed. Will Simpson to 250. Johnny Level to 99. Here come the autographs. Jared Sundstrom. Oh, two base. Man, this is the first two base auto box I've ever seen, I think. Javier Mogolon and George Klassen to 99. Is SGC grading worth it? Not for me, because SGC cards are not worth nearly as much as PSA cards. Some people like the way SGC cards look. They do look nice, I will admit. Especially people that collect vintage like the way that the tuxedo looks, but I don't see why you would send something away to get graded that when you get a 10 is worth like 70% or less than a PSA card that, you know, maybe it takes a little bit longer to get graded, granted. But I mean, the whole reason why a lot of people, like, I send personal cards away to get graded, but I also, like, a majority of the cards I send away to get graded, I'm looking to sell. And I'm looking to capture the most value on a card that I want to sell. Makes sense? It's what everybody wants to do. If you're just doing it for your PC and you like the way SGC looks, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. And I would even argue a great way to go. But if you're looking to resell, PSA holds the most value. PSA is $50. No, it's not. To get a PSA card graded, let's see what it is right now. You go bulk. At least I do. Unless you got expensive cards. So a value bulk right now is $20. And if you use a code Stryker25, you get $25 off. There's a discount code that you can use. So you basically get a card plus for free if you use my code. And then there's the value. Yeah, you got to join the Collectors Club to get $19.99. And then TCG cards right now are $18.99. See if they got any specials. I don't know if they have any specials because they're back ordered right now. I don't see any specials. If I was them, I wouldn't do any specials right now either. When you got so much business. There's a reason everybody uses PSA. It's not just because everybody else is doing it, so I'm going to use it. It's because the cards are valuable. That's what people prefer. I especially like PSA because I like uniformity in my collection. I don't want every other slab to look different. It looks cheap, man. I've seen people's collections and it's just like, hey, here's a Beckett slab. Hey, here's an SGC slab. Hey, here's a tag slab. Hey, here's a PSA slab. And it's annoying. I want all mine to be the same so I can stack them up and it's like neatly uniform. I can fit them all in the same kind of box. That's just me though. Other people don't care. But I do have, like, I've got a couple SGC cards. I got a couple of Beckett cards. I got a couple of tag cards, but just a couple. And it's because they're way cheaper to buy. So when I'm just buying for my PC, like I was just talking about, if it's just for my PC, but I really want that refractor or whatever, and it's going to save me like 25, 35, 50% to get it, like I'll dabble in the other thing. Everybody doesn't use PSA. I'm not saying everybody uses PSA. I know everybody doesn't use PSA. That would be a silly statement. If I said that, I was just being hyperbolic. But yeah, if you look at the numbers, you want to talk about the numbers of the percentages? Let's see. I can get you those numbers too. Gemrate.com. All right. So, Ryan, since you want to be picky and take my hyperbolic comment out of context, items graded last week. PSA 391,600 compared to CGC 99,000. So 4 times as much. 75% more going to PSA. SGC 39,000, Beckett 9.9 thousand. So a vast majority of people use PSA. But there's plenty of others, and like we're talking, this is covering all different cards. Like if you just talk baseball cards, I wonder what it is. I don't know if you can even search that. I'm not gonna waste time. Braden Montgomery, but I'm sure you can. Like if you're using CGC, you're getting like TCG cards graded mostly. That's mostly for TCG stuff, or even like Marvel cards and things like that. Whereas SGC is majority vintage, and Beckett used to be like ultra modern specifically. People like that. Nowadays, almost nobody likes Beckett anymore. Their numbers have fallen off a cliff, and I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Kyle Teal to 199. Nankill Mini Diamond. Chapman to 175. Hightower to 350. Emerson X-Fractor. Robles, Holmes, O'Hoppe, Berger. Kirby, Burke, Weathers, Strom, Turner, Olson, Webb. These are all parallels. Green, McGill, Goldschmidt, Torkelson, Dunn. Cavadas, Adames, Manoa, Baldwin, Buxton, Burleson, Skeens, Simpson X-Fractor, Horton Reptilian, Perez Mini Diamond, Elis Reptilian, Lines to 350, Mejia to 199, Nankill Reptilian, Long X-Fractor, Perez Reptilian, Lindsay Mini Diamond, Ortiz White, Green Rookie Pitchers, Blue Rookie, Aqua Rookie Pitchers, Jimenez Green and Jazz Green. Festa to 199, Riley Gold Mini Diamond to 50, Birdsong to 199, Level First Auto, Locklear, Hill to 250, Carlton Retrofractor, Tatis to 199, Rocker, 10 of 25 rookie auto. Jazz to 99. Garcia to 999. Pena to 699. Wood. Dom Smith to 225. McRae to 75. Matthews to 199. Devers jersey relic. Game used jersey. Thorpe black border. Caminero to 175. Pineda to 250. Jenkins to 125. Wang. Marquez to 150. Arias. Clausen to 99. Mogalone first auto. Sundstrom first auto. Level to 99. Simpson to 250. Sullivan to 150. Rosario to 399. Jace Young, red rookie. And Westbrook, rookie auto. Break number 2 in the books. Break number 3 up now. How about we start with a TCB? 5-1. Bo Brisky's out there. You know we got to have a lead when you put Bo Brisky out on the mound. Nice solid lead. Good luck, Sean. I got too many tabs open. I gotta close a few of these. There we go. We ready? Break number 3. What'll it be? Ryan, don't be a baby. Not making fun of you, pal. Just correcting your nonsense. If I want to make fun of you, you'd know it. It'd be brutal. Darren Baker to 150. Stop whining! Scott, what's going on? Wow. I just had a deja vu. And I think I had a deja vu of a deja vu. You ever had one of those? Like a Matrix style one? Where the cat walks by and then it walks by again. But this is a deja vu of having a deja vu. Like, whoa. Really weird. Corey with a $5 super chat. What's up, man? Scherzer, 61 of 75. Rhett Lauder to 99. Green Wave. The first 2 stand-worthy cards. Come on, Astro Boy. Why the bad vibes? We don't want bad vibes. Ryan. speaking of bad vibes. Hold on. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to get to the bottom of it right now. Let's see here. It's too far back. PSA. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. When you said, Ryan, when you capitalized, all caps, said, everybody doesn't use PSA. What were you doing? We can go back in time. We can rehash it. That's what I was correcting. You were trying to make it seem like I was saying every single person in the world uses PSA. And you were trying to be the smart boy and correct me on that. And I'm like, obviously every single person doesn't use it. But a vast majority of people do. Thank you. Thank you for leaving. Because you came in here and started trouble before, and I remember. Because I remember making fun of your lack of avatar and how you just like dropped in and started talking trash. I was like, who are you just dropping in here talking trash for the first time ever? And then you did it again. I remember. I'm like an elephant. Something, something they never forget. Johnny says, I think PSA is the best grading company out there, but SGC is decent. I mean, I didn't even make a claim that one was the best or one was another. All I said was PSA cards have more value, which is a fact. And so that's the company I go with. That's it. Like, you can argue that one's better, one's worse. You don't like the way one looks. You like the way one looks better. Grading standards are stricter on one. They're too random with their grades on one, and you like the consistency of the different one. That's up for debate. But the fact remains, PSA cards are worth more than any of those other companies. You want to get all butthurt about that and say, but the other companies are... Okay. Most people use PSA. That's a fact. Complain in the chat all you want, because you have a whole bunch of cards that aren't PSA and you want them to be worth more. Uh-oh. Stryker's saying some things that I don't like. You're not going to win the argument, though. Daniel with a $4.99. Thanks for the greatest card content on YouTube. After watching you, I opened my first hobby box for 2024 update and pulled an Otani Red Refractor to 5. Congratulations, Daniel. It's a wonderful card. BGS Black Label over PSA 10. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get specific with the very rare Black Label, I think when you calculate the odds of getting a Black Label versus the odds of getting a 10, a PSA 10, I think you'll find that it's almost ridiculous to expect to get a Black Label. Like, from a collector standpoint, if you want like that super pristine card, you want like the gem of the gem, that'd be that, grab the Black Label, get the Black Label. Super rare, super low pop, super hard to pull. But you know, I just told from my personal collection and like how I store my cards and stuff. I hate it when I have a Beckett card. They're so thick. The slabs are so thick and they don't fit in my slab cases or anything. They just like they're just mishmashed. I just don't even want one. That's just me though. I'm not like if I saw a black label, there's a nice JJ. And then you have a black label and let's say it's like 25% more or 20% more the cost as opposed to a PSA 10 and you got them right next to each other, I'm taking the PSA 10 because I don't care about having black label. I care more about the uniformity of my collection and just like OCD about it. Painter X-Fractor. But a lot of collectors are OCD about stuff. Raise your hand in the chat. I would say, see, it's weird, Aiden Miller, because you can be OCD about a bunch of things, but then at the same time you got stacks and stacks of loose random cards all over your house, you know? So it's like, that doesn't bother you, but this very specific detail bothers you. Speaking about myself, I can be so picky about like one aspect of the hobby and then be like super messy with a whole bunch of other things and like not care that there's cards stacking up everywhere. I mean, I care, but just not having the time or whatever. This slab does feel better too. Yeah. I think. What? Chat's getting feisty today. Escobar, they're just following my lead. We get a lot of Escobars. I think we've pulled... I guess this Superfractor is the greatest one. Let's have a discussion. Would you guys rather have the My First Bowman 1 of 150 True Blue that we pulled of Escobar? Or... Or, let's see. I'm gonna start a poll actually. Let's start a poll. No, too lazy. It's gonna take too long. let's just talk about it in the chat. Well, there's a lot of reasons. I don't want to get into it. Would you rather have the first, My First Bowman, Javier Vaz, by the way, Javier Vaz, for Kurt. 1 of 150, My First Bowman. Or the green to 99. Okay, so it's like a lower numbered one. Any random number. What's his number, do you think? Does it say? Doesn't say his number. So we can start there. We can go with the green. Because that would be a question. Braden Montgomery to 99. My First Bowman, no question. Come on. Get it in the chat. I want to see what you guys think. Celebrated family getting involved with the card cave. My First Bowman, first, any day, blue. Okay. My first for sure. Okay, so guaranteed... I think most people are going to agree. The green. Yeah, see, you say the greens don't sell very well, but it depends, David. It depends on the player. Because if you get, like, I can tell you for an example, my green Bobby, like that best card I ever had, pretty much. The green Bobby first. Got a premium over even a blue at the time. The blues are to 150, greens are to 99. It was a true green, PSA 10. It was pulling a little bit more than a blue. So it kind of depends on if it's a super elite player card that's super hot and popular. But I do agree that like greens sometimes are just like not as popular. Okay, so let's go to gold then. Now we're gonna get somewhere. Would you rather have the My First Bowman to 150 or a gold? Auto, both of them. Gold to 50, true gold. Now what? This is where it gets interesting. We got the Heritage High number. Oh, Jason says, my first Bowman over everything except a super. Okay. David would rather have the gold. My first, more rare. Indeed. My first for sure. Now we got some golds coming in. Gold, gold, gold. Retro likes the first. Patient Zero likes the gold. See, this is what I was looking for. People on both sides. Gold. First. We're right about... Uncommon Sense says orange is where I'd start taking over my first. Yeah, we're going right... I think gold's where it starts to get divided, but... Gold sounds good. Gold is real good, dude. A gold? A gold might sell. We should look into this. What do you got? Do you think the gold would sell for more? True gold versus the My First Bowman. I know there's only one, but it's still a blue to 150. So it's almost like just a variant on the blue. I don't think people are going to treat that like a superfractor or something like that. I think they're going to treat it more like just guessing. I think they're going to treat it more like a somewhere in between a gold and an orange, maybe an orange. Gold looks rare. It looks rare and it looks so sick. The gold looks so sick. Golds move very fast. Gold sounds good. I'm taking the first for anything but a red or a super. Okay. You think the inscription would sell for more? Okay, now let's upgrade it. Let's upgrade it to an orange. Now we're getting to a point where oranges are, first of all, there's twice as rare as a gold. And the golds are crazy rare. So there's only 25 of the true oranges. You may only see one or two of them. They're going to be super rare. So if you see the inscription, you know it's out there. And you see only one orange. Let's zoom in a little bit more. You look on eBay, there's one orange, and then there's one inscription blue, and then there's like 25 other blues. Ding, 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 ding. So that's more of a realistic scenario, I think. There's a Jake Bowers at $6.99. Then what? You see 25 blues on there. One of them's the inscription. They're blending in with all the other blues. You see maybe like two golds, and you see one orange. No reds, probably. Maybe a red, I don't know. Definitely no supers, okay? So like the top that you can find, I'm just creating a scenario. The top card you can find is the orange. Then what? Same price. Keaton Wynn, which one do you take? Orange. Inscription over anything but the red or the super. Jackson. Orange. Bo wants the orange. Man, that's... Now we're at a place where it's like... I don't think I've never even owned an orange auto of anything good. I've never owned a good, like a orange first auto or anything of a player that I collect. Like that's even outside my range of possibilities. Like you're talking, when you get into the oranges, you get into a realm where few collectors dabble. Of elite players, you can find an orange of like a common player or something, and it's not going to be that crazy, but even common player, just like an orange card, can fetch some money, some decent money. Jeffrey says the 2024 Cam Smith first sold the same as the black, but the blue is a color match. Yeah. Orange 100% says Patient Zero. Someone pulled the CAG Super Anime a few days ago. This is retro. Orange, since you made it make sense. I don't want to. I mean, I am. I guess I am just trying to sell a story here. It's tough though. I don't know what I would do. Like, it's brutal. I think someone was asking for it earlier, and there it is. What did you get for that? Oh, biggest sale was Dominguez Orange Auto, graded PSA 10, and I've not sold anything close to it since. That's why it's always best. Not, you know. I guess I got to be careful. Someone's going to be like, you said always. Most of the time, it's going to be best to sell a player when they're hot. And when they are kind of like a hot prospect, especially. If there's a super hot prospect, i.e. Jason Dominguez, and people are just like gaga over this guy, and he's like 17, 18 years old, never done anything in the bigs, barely even played in the minors. And and he's pulling the kind of money Jason Dominguez was back in the day, especially when there's hyperbole surrounding him like, hey, this guy's the next Mickey Mantle. That's what they were saying about JD, by the way. I read it. Colt Keith Aqua. That's when you want to sell. But that's when you don't want to sell. Do you know what I mean? That's when you should sell, but that's when you don't want to sell. You should sell when you don't want to sell. Garcia, because celebrated, what do you think that card's worth now? 5K then? What do you think it's worth now? A quarter of that? That's not a special mystical. I thought it was at first, but it is a special Autumn Tales. That's a blue Autumn Tales. The lowest it sold was 1,500, so yep. Rye Guy, what do you do with your basic or no value cards? Just give them away. Or make sets out of them. Mark with a $9.99 super. I'm taking the blue inscription over everything, including the superfractor. Players get a ton of supers in their career. There's only one card that they signed for the first time ever. True 101. Wow. That is a true one of one super chat. Well said. Well said. I appreciate the input. There's a few people that are on board with your exact sentiment. Multiple people. Many people. You might have convinced everybody just by that super chat. Jeffrey says, color match Mate goes for as much as the gold and close to the orange, which is good because I have one. And my gold Skeens 23 Sapphire goes for as much as the orange. And sometimes more because of the color match, yes. Yeah, see, when you have an elite, like, top of the hierarchy of collectability player, for example, just in this release, Mate, right? So he's the top guy everybody's chasing. And you start talking about number match, color match, one of whatever, one of 150, 150 of 150, all that kind of weird things. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's when you get into there's a little more value maybe in certain things. But if you were just talking about like a Darren Baker color match, I don't know that that's going to have too much influence on the price. JJ Weatherholt red, going to be juicy. But a red's a red, so it's just really tough. If you've got a Jacob Wilson green rookie auto or something, you might pull a little bit more. And it depends on how blatant the color match is, how good it looks, how appealing it is to the eye. There's a lot of factors. Oh baby, we got something juicy down there. Montez X-Fractor. Oh, hot. We just were talking about him. Got the Mate. Nice, John. Man, this is the fourth one we've pulled in total. I think we got another one of those boxes because there's some juice down below too. I saw it poking out. Congratulations. Purple Condon over a blue. Yeah. Yeah, good call, Kang. Good call. Purple Condon's gonna look juicy. You know, but here's another example that kind of goes against that. Remember everybody was like, oh, maybe it doesn't. The yellow Skeens. I looked it up one time and I thought the yellow Skeens. Okay, now I remember what happened. So you can get the yellow rookie Skeens out of the hanger box only. And everybody was all about the yellow Skeens. We're all chasing the yellow Skeens because the color match, it looks so good, blah, 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 blah. But then what happened was so many people were chasing the yellow Skeens that it flooded the market. And there was a bunch of yellow Skeenses out there. And then I remember looking up and I thought that I saw that and this was at one point, this was months ago, that the aqua was more valuable than the yellow at one point. I think I was showing it and talking about it in a video not too long ago. You guys might remember more than I do. I don't know. But I was looking them up and I'm like, why are there so many yellow Skeenses and why aren't they crushing in value? And then I started piecing it together and I saw that there was like multiple active auctions for yellow Skeenses and just tons of them on eBay. And then the aquas, there weren't nearly as many. Condon. Guerrero Reptilian. There's a blue Ray Wave. Pan to 150. Should we get him up? So it's probably a hot B, but it's not a parallel, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on the Mate. There's some particles on there we gotta get off real quick. There we go. He goes on a slammer stand. So he's up. There we go. All right, where are you at? I saw you earlier. There you are. See him poking out? See that little guy poking out? Speaking of oranges. Big one. Come on. Come on. Jacob Wright 7 of 25. Orange shimmer. Going to the Dodgers, Sean. Need some hot B. Mate could be the hot B, but It's just the base. If it was a parallel, he'd be the hot B. It's not always a hot B. But when there is, he's very hot. Hit that like button. What are we at? 204? 400 people in here. Only 204 likes. Don't leave me hanging. It's like I got my hand out there for a high five or a low five, and you're just like leaving me hanging right now. Yeah, you looked at it, looked me in the eyes, and walked right by me. Those of you who haven't hit the like button, I'm talking to you. And then when do you put your hand down? Real nonchalantly, like hoping that they didn't see you lower your hand so that they never... Hey, man. I'm gonna start using that and see how many likes we can get from that reference. Brooks Lita 99. Rookie green autograph going to the Twins, Sean. Pulled an Austin Wells gold vinyl out of a blaster of Select, and of course it has roller marks on the back. Wow, wow. Jeff. Why are you opening Select baseball? Sounds to me like you need to be joining more Stryker breaks and opening less Select. Aaron Judge to 199. Nice refractor. Grant McCray. Yamamoto. Brooks Baldwin to 150. I'll tell you what, these Topps Chrome Black cards are clean. Have not noticed many issues with the TCB. Nothing's going to be perfect, but these cards are clean. Panini at its finest, I know, isn't it? .25 Heritage. Well, looks like the Tigers game's over. MVP odds. I heard you asking about. Number one in the AL and number one in the NL are very shocking. If there's children in the room, cover their ears. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. Who would have guessed? But number two in the AL, currently 16 to 1. Bobby Witt Jr. 16 to 1. The Aaron Judge is the minus 1,500 favorite right now. Here's why I wouldn't bet on that. One injury goes bye-bye. You might think that he can continue this forever, and you might be right. But you can't predict an injury. That's why I hate going with the favorite. At the very least, like, if you take a guy you're getting odds are, at least your the odds will cover like a potential injury. But Bregman, 60 to 1. Bregman can go on a heater, especially with that ballpark, man. I don't mind that. We're talking AL. Cal Raleigh is next at 75 to 1. Cal, big dumper having a season. And then Gunner at 75 to 1. I didn't think he was doing that good to start out. He might have stepped it up lately. He must have stepped it up. And right behind him, 75 to 1, Spencer Torkelson. That's not going to happen. And then Adley, 100 to 1. Nope. Seager, 100 to 1. Nope. Ramirez, 100 to 1. Nope. Skubal, 100 to 1. Maybe. AL Cy Young favorite, Skubal plus 155 is the favorite. NL Cy Young favorite, Skeens plus 200. But if we go to the NL MVP favorites, that's much closer. There's like these numbers are way different than the AL. So the AL goes from minus 1,500 to Judge, and then 16 to 1, 6D to 1, 75 to 1, 75 to 1. Listen to these odds for the NL. It goes Ohtani plus 115. So you can still get Ohtani for like a decent number. Plus 115. It's not horrible, but I still wouldn't do it. And then Nando is right behind him at plus 500. I like that. Like, Nando could do it. I could easily see Nando winning MVP plus 500, okay? Corbin Carroll is next at plus 700. Okay, I could see that. And then it gets a little weird. Pete Alonso 10 to 1. I don't know about that. I don't see how like Pete is that much of a favorite over Juan Soto and Lindor, because Juan Soto is 18 to 1 and Lindor is 30 to 1. Back to the cards. Bluebird song. NL run average leaders, ERA leaders. Earned run average leaders in the NL. Get it together. Henriquez. Fitzgerald. Yamamoto is plus 450 NL Cy Young. Solano. Houck. Ooh, Flipperoo. Acuna. Bassett. Refractor Fairbanks. Gavin Sheets. Bobby Witt. Jr. Will Smith. Sanoja. Rosarena. Madrigal. Mookie. Oh, cool. We got a gold relic. Imanaga Chrome, Bednar Blue, and here's a gold relic. Hand numbered to 99, Austin Wells. Nice smile on his face. He's just happy to be there. What a lovely photo, Austin Wells. I'm glad you're smiling. You should go have a talk with Skeens. Show him what it's all about. How to enjoy life. Lee Richard. Buyback. Rooker Refractor. It's the same one. No, this is the victories leader. Blue. It's just Chris Sale on the top. Batting leaders, Chrome, Bobby, Drew Thorpe. Let's do this one. Yeah, Tucker showing 11 to 1 on this, but I think these numbers are a couple days old. Yeah, the numbers are a couple days old. Auto. Nate Pearson. To 99. Little green. Looks aqua though. And there's a sick Ohtani. To 99. The greens looked very aqua in 2021. Angels Ohtani parallel. Pepito says, hi man, new to the hobby. Got to buy some Bowman blasters. What are the cards that I should keep? Only chrome or do some papers move? Yeah, I mean some do. It just depends, man. Like that's a long conversation. I would say the top cards to keep are the prospect firsts of Made, Condon, Weatherholt, Caldwell, McGonigal. Those are like probably the top 5. Although Thomas White, Zaire Hope, Franklin Arias, PJ Merlando, Walker Janik, Malcolm Moore, Kyle DeBarge, Caleb Lamavita. There's a lot of other guys too. But even in terms of paper prospects, you should hold on to. I hold on to all my Chrome prospect firsts and paper prospect firsts. I don't really value the rookies as much, but if there's a good rookie, their rookie cards still could have a little bit of value. Paper's not super collectible though, unless it's a prospect first of one of the top players. Hope that helped. Yeah, save all firsts. I usually save all my firsts. And then I put them in a box and label them, and then like come back years later and find some guys. I'm like, no way. There's going to be a lot of guys that end up good that you didn't even think about. And that's one of the funnest parts about collecting Bowman. And even the rookies, man. Like if you have a Hall of Famer that ends up coming out of there, their rookies will be valuable. But they got to be kind of a Hall of Fame level to have decent value. Like if you go back and look at Mike Trout Bowman paper rookies, still valuable, right? So it's got to be that level of player, kind of. And you never know. It could come out of there. He could come out of here. No problem, Pepito. Hook me up with a subscribe and like. $250 likes. There's still 150 of you just leaving me hanging out there with the high five. You're gonna walk right by me. You're gonna look me right in the eyes. See that I'm wanting to give you a high five and just walk right by me. It's uncomfortable. X-Fractor leading off. Cobb Hightower. Here's a blue. Ooh, a blue auto. Blue Yankees auto to boot. Get ready, Alfonso. Rafael Flores. 134 of 150. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Cade Horton. Mini diamond. Also, Pepito, like the inserts of certain players can have a little bit of value, especially parallel inserts. But, you know, if you get a top 100 of the top several guys, they can hold some decent value. Red rookie, Trout, like even a card like this, when Trout was on fire, when he was the most popular guy, collectible, like any Trout card would have value. What happened with his little bruise? I thought he was What's he doing? Anybody have news on Trout? Kason to $3.99. Thought he just had a contusion, like basically a bruise. Have you pulled any animes in 25 Bowman? Yeah, we pulled one. I made a compilation video, a couple of videos back, where I pulled it, and you can see Cabrera to 125, X-Fractor, Aqua Parallel, Andrew Morris, Reptilian. You started early in the month to track all my cards on a Google Sheet. Oh boy. You're going to give that up soon. I like the idea. But the more you collect, the more it's just like, maybe your better cards. Like, I know people that do that. You keep track of your better cards in a spreadsheet. Lopez to $4.99. Kristen Campbell. There's a company called Card Ladder, cardladder.com. You can like put your collection in there and it kind of keeps track of it. There's probably multiple websites that do that. But it'll keep track of like the current pricing and stuff too, I think. Got a couple of boxes left. Topps Chrome Black and a Breaker's Delight. Terry wonders what my favorite baseball team is. My two favorite teams are the Tigers and the Padres. And Pedro, I think it was Pedro Martinez, said that he thinks those are the two teams going to be in the World Series. Is that a yellow or a gold? Yellow or a gold? Big Bat Martinez. 5 of 50. Gold autograph for the Blue Jays. Kurt, nice hit. And we got a couple of packs in there too. Bone bruise. Started running exercises now. Okay, thanks, Jeffrey. Look at this. Look at this. A red and a gold. The gold is Casas. 5 of 50 for the Red Sox. Nathaniel. And then a red lava. Wyatt, 2 of 5. Whew. Sean. Red lava Wyatt. Beautiful. Trout may be available again opening day 2026. Get out of here. Get out of Dodge. That is ridiculous. The last box of the break. Then we're on to a high roller. Break number 4 is a high roller. We're up in the stakes. Some more expensive stuff coming out. Here we go. 2 base cards on front. Usually that means you're going to get 3 purples. Angel Acuna, red rookie. Purple number 1. Arena to 250. For Alfonso. Klassen to 150. For Vincent. Purple number 2, Paulino Santana to 250 for Sean. And now the autographs. Purple number 3 in the form of an autograph. Mariano to 250. This one's going to Sean. Congratulations, Sean. Christian Moore, that's a nice hit. Big prospect. Vincent, pretty sure we pulled that green lava This is the second Christian Moore Green Lava. Number 8 overall pick? Number 8 overall pick in 2024, Christian Moore. And Luis for Jacob. Just got a few cards to top load, and then I'll show you all the hits, and then we'll move on to the high roller. Going to the Angels game on Friday. Guessing he won't be playing. Oh. That's a bummer. When's the expected return date? Does anybody know? If he just started doing exercises, that's going to be a minute. All right, here we go. X-Fractor Hightower, Horton Mini Diamond, Quezon to $3.99, Cabrera to $125, Reptilian Morris, Lopez to $4.99, Campbell Reptilian, and then we've got some Heritage. Hernandez, Birdsong Fitzgerald, Houken Bassett, Fairbanks and Sheets, Chrome Bobby, Will Smith, Randy. Blue Madrigal, Mookie, Chrome Imanaga, Bednar, Connie, Richard Buyback, Rooker Refractor, Bobby, Thorpe, Escobar to $350, Wave Parallel, Hernandez Mini Diamond, Miller, Reptilian, Painter X-Fractor, Jake Bowers to $6.99, Parada, Win Aqua, Marsh, a Green Parallel, Aaron Judge Paw Patrol, would you look at that? Colt Keith Aqua, Garcia Blue Autumn Tails, Montez X-Fractor, Guerrero Reptilian, Morales as well, Penny Mini Diamond, Baldwin to $150, Brooks Lee Rookie to $99, Pan to $150, Judge to $199, Pearson to $99, Otani to $99, Flores to $150, Luis Moore to $99, Mariano to $250, Clausen to $150, Santana to $250, Urena to $250, Acuna Red Rookie, Greengrass Montgomery, Max Clark to $125, Scherzer to $75, Baker to $150, Louder to $99, Vaz First Auto. We got a JJ Weatherholt Reptilian, Orange Jacob Wright to $25, Gold Austin Wells Game Used with a pinstripe on there, a little bit of dirt, hand numbered to $99, Tristan Casas numbered to $50, Gold Parallel, Martinez 5 of 50, Gold Rookie Auto, Wyatt Langford 2 of 5, Red Lava, and Jesus Mate, the chase card we're looking for, first autograph. All right, we got the high roller. Break number 4. Be back in 1 minute. Got a little 1, 2, 3 punch, hobby, jumbo, HTA. What do we do first? Let's start with a hobby. And so much more. There's so much more than that. We're going to start with a hobby, though. Good luck, everybody. BT says, are you planning on doing an overview of 2025 Top Series 2? Probably. How many Paw Patrols have you pulled? Asks Shaka's Closet. Probably about 50. Got the Rockies. Oh, you forgot about Condon, didn't you? Bowman and Black High Roller. Here we go. I see. You weren't complaining about the Rockies and forgot about Condon, were you? I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. I'm not going to say one way or the other, but I'm still going to try to pull you something juicy. And when I do, I'm going to look at you right through the camera and give you a wink. We're almost to 300 likes. Now is a great time to hit the like button. And it's also a great time for a preemptive good luck super chat where you call out the player that you want me to pull for you in hopes that I can speak it into existence. It's a known thing, happens all the time. The more money the super chat's for, the more likely it is that the universe poofs a card into existence in your favor. Allegedly. Tommy Guns knows. Don says if we can get to 400 likes, I'll gift 5 memberships. That's a great plan, Don. That's all we got some doing to do. We got some liking to like. You guys got to get on the horse. We're a little ways away, but we can do it. We get to 500 likes all the time during the stream. Drew Thorpe, maybe not all the time. We get to 400 all the time. We get to 500 occasionally when we've got a big release. What is this? Aha. A retro foil. Retro foil right here. Ready? Carlos Correa. Twins hit for Jason. Thomas White. Got a Dylan Fiend. Wave to 350. Oh, look at you. Aren't you precious, sitting right on top. Jose Perella to 299. Guardians hit for Eric. A membership's only $1.99. So if you like the show and you want to support the show and you want to pay less than a cup of coffee at Tim Hortons for your old pal Stryker for a whole month membership, you get a nice, cool green highlight like Don and Tommy and Chris and pals. You get special emojis you can use. You can drop a nuke. You get access to members-only chat, and you get a free member chat every month. There's so many benefits and such a little cost. Blank Cards gets it. Hat tip to you, sir. Maybe it'd help if I turned on my alert box. I have to see, here's the problem, is I have to shut off my alert box when I record a video, or else it'll just be going off while I'm recording a video, and that's not cool. Drew Jones to 499. Nick Kurtz, Reptilian. You see, it's also like you're more likely to get my attention in the chat talking if you got a green highlight on your name. So, because my eyes just go to color, you know. Why are you flipped around, Charlie? Well, there's your first one. Two of them? Jack. I knew something weird was going to happen. That was strange. Why? Okay. That's usually that doesn't happen where you get 2 chrome firsts. Shaka using his 25-month member chat. So you get one of those every month if you're a member. And it's like a super chat. It's a free super chat. Stryker is a legend. Thank you, my friend. Al getting in on the hitter chats. Al has become a hitter. Thank you. Appreciate it. PJ Morlando. First round pick, 16th overall for the Marlins. Christopher. Mini Diamond. Reptilian. Mantilla. Hope. Zaire is currently number 40 on Baseball America's Top 100 list. Number 5 in the Dodgers prospect pipeline. So don't sleep on Zaire. I've decided what we're going to do next, and it's this. It's a 2020 Bowman Sterling box, and these are really good. In terms of recognizable players' autographs, like guys that are currently in the bigs, stars, superstars, and even just like guys who made it and are regulars in the bigs, this is him. This is it. Hunter Gatherer says, why don't you break on Whatnot? Because it's a good question. I just don't wanna right now. Maybe in the future. I'm a gut guy. Like, I go off my gut. And just something in my gut says, you don't need to do this. Right now. You can always do it in the future if you want. They've made very generous offers to me to come over there. And I appreciate them. But right now, I'm good. Nolan Gorman. Mackenzie Gore to 75. And Sam Huff to 75. Sam Huff? Autograph number 1. He's playing right now. Sam Huff. 21 to 75. At least he was last I checked. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Sam Huff. Man, this is an aggressive song. He's currently a Giant. And the last I checked, he was like, he's batting about 6th. I'm just checking their game log from yesterday, see if he's in the lineup. This is important. Bear with me. He was not in the lineup yesterday, so he's not an everyday player. But I'm going to find him in the lineup. I got him the day before yesterday. He's batting a cool 200. But he is currently a big leaguer. And that was the point. Also, one of Wong's favorite players, if not his favorite player. I haven't seen Wong in a while. Where is Wong? Are you here, Wong? You've not been engaging with the chat. Are you okay? Ruben Cardenas. I don't know if he's in the bigs. Jason Dominguez. Tampa Bay. Troy. Keep it simple and in your comfort zone. 95% of my audience on Facebook. I multi-stream to YouTube, but I stick with what works and pays the bills. Well, you know, when a company comes along and offers you a lot of money, it's tough to say no. I've turned down a lot of offers for a lot of money just to be here and to stay here for now. It's one thing when you're on the outside of that and you see like your favorite streamer or whatever, like take an advertising deal or go to a different platform for money, or just like you see a famous actor and they do a commercial and you're just like, oh, sell out. Like, it's easy to say that until you're the one being offered the money. And then you go, why wouldn't I do this? Right? Like Shaq in The General. No. Or Charles Barkley and everything else that comes his way. Good morning, Mark. From the farm in Australia. That's the life. Have you had to deal with a kangaroo lately? And have you ever punched one in the face? Be honest, PETA doesn't come around here. I've heard Australians hate kangaroos. And also that they take dogs and pull them under the water. Hunter Bishop. Is that true? Will a kangaroo take your dog and then pull, like, grab a hold of it and take it out in the water and try to drown it? I think you can fight a kangaroo and, like, they'll fight you. But I'm gonna take Mark's word for it. Tell us all about them. Never punched one, but it's what my dog eats. So I deal with them all the time. Your dog eats kangaroo. Are they like a pest over there? Can you shoot them? Like if it's like around here we have like raccoons and like possum and stuff. You know, they're just like pest creatures. Are they like a... It'd be like a possum. Possums are marsupials, right? It'd be the closest thing. What's up, Calvin? Do you think, like, is it dangerous to fight a kangaroo, Mark? Could they kill you? Easily? I mean, I'm sure they could kill you if you were just like... I don't know, if you had it coming or something, but... Yamaguchi. Joey can't deal to 150. Like, if you're just tormenting one and then they just up on the tail, kick you right in the chest, make your heart stop. I could see it. I'm just wondering, how common is it for a kangaroo to kill a human? On today's episode of Stryker Breaks, we explore human-kangaroo interactions. The dog drowning thing is true, and they will fight if cornered by leaning back on their tails and kicking forward with their big legs. But they're really flighty. Okay, that makes sense. They just look like they want to fight all the time. Like it kind of like one of these things, like they're always looking at you to fight. But maybe that's just me and watching very particular videos about kangaroos. You never know what happens before they hit record. Like, were they just tormenting the kangaroo? And then now he's mad? Or was he looking for a fight from the very beginning? I don't know. They do look jacked. They got like all these muscles. Serious claws. That's what I was thinking, Astro Joe. Like, if you had it coming. My Siri just heard me say something. Okay, so my Siri just heard me from my other phone. It heard me say clause, and it thought I was saying clause, like a clause in a contract, and it just defined the word clause. This looks like a nasty card. I don't know what this is. I've never seen anything like it, but it looks nasty. What is this? Big Poppy, some kind of orange banger 10 of 25. Ivory autograph. That is gnarly. Nice hit, Eric. Woo! Look at that. Beautiful. All that kangaroo talk has Big Poppy curious. He wanted to come around and see what we were saying. Two parallels in this pack too. Oh no, it's just okay. Kumar, that looks like a parallel. Thought it was a refractor. And Julio to 150. Colt Key. That is a beauty. Get up there on the side. It won't fit. Okay. Oh, what a crazy box. Behind this card, I'm gonna put some more in front of it so we don't gotta look at the base cards after this. Get ready. Here we're almost to 400 too. We're getting close to 400 likes. It's gonna deserve it after this. Ready? Superfractor? Wyatt Langford 101 Superfractor. Yeah. Nathan. Nice hit, man. We are hot with the black. Whoa. If you're a member, drop a nuke in the chat. And if you're not a member, you can join and then drop a nuke in the chat. Hot B. That's a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. That's a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Oh my. Woo. Also, Big Poppy, I got you. There we go. Adjustable stands. Claus comes into the chat. Yeah. That's hilarious. Hey, Luke Walker of the Detroit Tigers. It's a solid ERA you have there. 3.64. We've got a whole hobby box of 2024 Heritage High number. This stuff has gone on sale. It was on sale, I think, where did I see it? One of the big three. Remember, this was, I think it was $200 a box. And it's down to like I think I saw it for $135 somewhere. That's a good price. Oh, the downfall of the hobby box is it will make your thumbs raw because the packs are not easy to open. Hey, Dennis. Wednesday is great. $250 at one time, says Mike. Wow. Dick's has them for $99. What? I would get a case of them for sure. I'll check. Is it online or just in store? I paid more than that. Way more. Although I don't really want to open any more of them because they suck to open from a breaker standpoint. When you got to open a lot of them. If you only have to open one hobby box, it's not a big deal. But if you're opening more than one. Colton, cheers. Oh man, the high roller, eh? Always bringing juice. Big Poppy to 20, and you know, like, there's more coming. There's a lot more coming. We have so many more boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 more boxes, and 4 of them are like premium boxes. Since when does Dick's sell sports cards? Oh, they do. Yeah, I got some of the blaster boxes online from Dick's, but they ship really late. So if you pre-order from Dick's, they don't ship out until like weeks after the release. That's the one thing. And then by then, they'll probably drop in price a little bit anyway. And so I usually reserve buying stuff from Dick's to where like I can't get them anywhere else, or if it's like the best price around, and every other place is more expensive, so you can wait. I don't know. All right, a hobby box. Here we go. Autograph or a relic. You know we're going to get all the good rookies. You know we're going to get a black Vaughn Grissom to 75. Blue Gavin Sheets. Also in these hobbies, you have the blue exclusive, hobby exclusive blues. Jose Caballero batting currently pretty high up in that Tampa Bay lineup. Caballero is, let's see, I thought he was batting third yesterday, and they scored 8 runs. He is batting fifth, batting 252. Jack Flaherty, back-to-back jacks. We got a white jack, Aqua, Colt Keith. Yeah, the blacks are sweet out of Heritage. Black chromes, clean. There's a Bobby, perfectly programmed. Blue Classe. Any bangers yet? Yeah, Charles. You can say that. Paul DeYoung, rewind it like 5 minutes. You'll see a banger. Jackson Rutledge, Real one autograph. Now we're talking. Vincent. Turned you on to Heritage. Well, this release in particular is really good. Austin Hayes. It's hit or miss, you know, like regular Heritage, they produce a lot more of it. So it's like, I don't know. It's not as good usually. I don't really, man, have we gone through a lot of sleeves and top loaders today? Remember, cardshells.com. Use code Stryker breaks for a discount on all your top loader sleeves. Everything else you can imagine. Bideau to 225. Dick's is starting to put baseball card shops in their stores. Whoa. See, we don't have a Dick's around us. It's the closest one's like 40 minutes away, I think. Frankie Montas, a white. Joey Ortiz to $6.99. Nick Martini Aqua. I have no idea, JT. Maybe whoever got it will tell us after he sells it, if he sells it. You probably won't even know till you like auction a card like that off. To $3.99, Jorge Soler. Here we go. Topps Tribute. Stuff's fun. Wish you could find some more Candy and Violence. We were just talking. Apparently it's at Dick's. The hobby boxes have dropped in price, at least temporarily. I don't know that they're going to stay that price. I think those hobby boxes get back up to maybe the $200 range. I don't know how long that'll take to happen. Supply and demand is going to fluctuate, but the demand for that rookie class is gonna stay high and probably get higher. Ichiro and Birdsong. Hey, bud. To 150. Going to John. Congratulations, John. The most beautiful last name in existence. Blue parallel rookie. Ortiz, Piazza, and Michael Young. It's a green to 99. Legend. Going to Nathan. That's an interesting one you probably weren't looking for. Didn't think you were going to pull a Michael Young autograph today. Bo Amador and a thick Pete Crow and Cody Bellinger dual pinstripe to 75. Same card we pulled last week, but not numbered. Not numbered this low, I don't think. Sweet hit, Jerry. Jeter to 75. Posey. And behind this, Chase McDermott. Purple to 50 for Kevin. Nice gold Jeter. Although yellows are to 75, so I don't know what they're calling this. PCA crushing it. Yeah, he's having like a season kind of like Jaron Duran last year. Kind of out of nowhere. Where it's like, this guy's got potential, he's got upside, let's see if he can ever put it together, and then boom, have like a huge war season, like PCA. Kobe Mayo to 150. Ernie Banks, and another duel. This one's to 99, Nando and Machado. The duels are flowing out of here. Love that. That is a wicked one to get. Man, this is going to have some longevity, collectability. This card, like these two are two potential. I don't know if Nando's going to make the haul, but Manny will. The way they're just letting anybody into the hall these days, no matter what you've done. Freddie, Mookie, and a blue stamp of approval. Another Fernando to 150. MVP? Question mark of the season? Epic pose too. Look at him. Bobby. Back to back. As a Cubs fan, love me some PCA not expected. Yeah. I remember last year I was watching Brett open something and he was talking about how like Pete Crow Armstrong looks like he does not belong in the bigs. Because he had a rough stretch last year. And that just kind of like, I was like, well, whatever Brett says, I'm going to go with that because he's the Cubs guy. So I kind of had like a little negative thought about him. Like, he's not negative as a person or anything, but just like, he's probably not anything, you know. He's probably not going to do anything in the big. So I was kind of like, I don't think Pete Crow's going to do much. And then all of a sudden he explodes and whoa. He's got confidence, swagger, skills, tools. It's like he had all those other tools, and then he got his bat tool in order. Think Tatis is hot now. Wait till this summer. If he can stay healthy. That's always the thing with Nando. He's always hot. He's always good. And then injuries. Ohtani and Pujols. And we got a Barry Bonds to 125 for John. Ohtani, Bonds, Mantle, and Fox. These boxes are so dart throws, long shots. John, another hit for you. Another black. Like Trout. Yeah, but Trout went like a decade without being hurt and just won multiple MVPs and crushed it forever. And then finally he's starting to get hurt towards the second half of his career. But Nando started out basically year 2. What is going on here? Like the card slid out a little bit. I'm gonna try to tap that back in there for you maybe, or card slid out a bit. I don't want to ship like that really. But then again, it shipped like this. I think it's just like that. Trey Sweeney to 199. Maybe you can take care of that. Eric. Trey Sweeney rookie auto. Yeah, Joe, what's up with that game he had the other day against the Yankees where he's just like not trying? There's Scooble to 150. Jacob Wilson rookie. Brenton Doyle to 99. Green parallel. I would have thought against the Yankees he'd be trying his hardest. You know? But see, usually it's the other way. Like, usually when you're a player and you get scoffed by a team, that's when you try hardest. But it was him doing the scoffing to the team. So he had no reason. He's just like, eh, I got mine. I don't got to try that hard. Bowman. Jumbo. That is pretty crazy, Dennis. Do the Topps 2025 release already have chrome on them? Well, this is Topps Chrome Black, so it's like an early season chrome release. Not the same as Topps Chrome. Way less produced and will not have the same checklist as Topps Chrome. Two packs down. 300 on the Giants, plus 1.5. You moved him down in the lineup today? To what? Never thought I'd see that day. 6:45, so the lineup's out. He's batting third today. That's... Oh, Marte's batting second. Lindor, Marte, Soto, Alonso, Vientos. It's kind of strange. Why would you put Marte in there batting 211? He's got the lowest batting average on the team, save for Brett Beatty. Breseno. Detroit Tigers, Hasway to 250. I think I'd almost rather have Angel Acuna batting second. He's batting 259 at least. And he can steal some bases. Like, he's got 10 stolen bases. Marte's got 3. But he's kind of old. Yeah, Dennis, that's crazy. Very interesting. Jacob Wright to 499. Almost like that influenced his whole life. Although he's clearly, like, naturally very gifted. That's probably the main thing that influenced his life decisions. Being really, really good at baseball. Hurston Waldrop, red rookie. And Gregory Barrios. A Tampa Bay. For Troy. Chase Hampton, reptilian. Marte's slowing down. You've been slowing down for a while. They need to let Acuna loose. Showed a lot of promise last year. Lindor to 175. Pink. Well, Beatty better make something of his time up here this time, or else, like, he's only got so many more chances before. I know he was a first-round pick though, so they're gonna give him more of a leash. But he was kind of a little bit older. He was out of college, so he was a little bit older. I think he's got to do something. He's got to, like, make the most of his time up here. Not look so nervous up at the plate. He's almost got those wide eyes. He's got those wide eyes when he's batting, you know, like he's a little nervous being up there. I wish the best for Beatty, though. I got some of his good rookies. Nice rookie autos. He was the guy that I was pulling from Topps Chrome that year. Tigers are flexing this year. Yeah, they are, man. They are so... Like, the synergy they have as a team is insane. They're so good that we're going to have to send down 2 guys. Like, Matt Vierling and Austin Meadows, Parker Meadows, is getting ready to come back up. So we got 2 spots. 2 guys are going to have to go down. And it's like, ooh, that's... The team is deep. I don't know who we're going to send down. I mean, it's going to probably be Badu and I don't know. Bo Walker to 199, but that's a big upgrade, man. We need Kerry Carpenter as a DH because he's not very agile out in the outfield. You get Carpenter to DH. You get Parker Meadows back out there like Gold Glove center field. You send Javi back to the infield. Then you've got Vierling in right and Riley in left. And now you've got a good outfield. And you upgrade your infield, you upgrade your outfield, you upgrade your offense. Our team's about to get even better. Jackson Jobe. 3 upgrades coming to the Tigers. You think they're good now? Wait till Parker comes back. And it's not like we're getting like 2 righties back. We're getting a lefty and a righty. And it's just, like we're going to be able to play that lefty-righty game even better. Love it. A purple Zaire Hope. That's a good card. We were talking about Zaire earlier. Henry Malloy gets sent down? Maybe. But I think it would be probably Badu. It just depends. I was talking about this with my buddies yesterday. We're kind of all over the place with what's going to happen. Don't really know. All I know is we're about to get our center fielder back, and Javi's crushing. They're both good, man. Vierling and Meadows, they're both good players. Positive WAR guys. At least I think I would imagine Parker is. I know Vierling is. I think he had like a 3 WAR last year. Not saying they're like, Vierling's not necessarily an all-star, but he's like a borderline all-star. A little bit less. Usually like 5 WAR, around 5 WAR is like all-star level. Orioles might be the biggest disappointment this year. Yeah, for sure. They are. I'm going to have to pull him down. We need some more room up here, folks. We're going to go like this. Boom, boom. We got a lot more hits coming. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll call that good for now. Another Topps Chrome Black. I see a green parallel poking out. Come on, big green. David Festa, 1 of 99. Been pulling some Festas out of here. Yeah, the Mariners have been kind of crushed by starting pitching injuries. We got a orange and a purple. Purple mini diamond, Chris Sale to 75. 25 TCB is amazing. Yeah, it is. It's the best TCB that they've ever made. Dylan Cruz rookie. Ben Rice rookie. And an orange! Darren Baker 3 of 25. Orange wave for Vincent Jr. David Fiesta. Yeah, the Rockies are really bad too, but at least you knew the Rockies were going to be bad. The Orioles, a lot of people, like, I had my inklings that they were not going to be that great, but I still thought they could make up for it with their offense. But man, getting rid of Corbin Burns and Santander, and even Santander hasn't had like a good season really. He's definitely not having the same year he had last year. 2024 5-star, we got 2 autograph cards coming out of this box, and there are boxes with bonus hits, so maybe we get lucky. On top, Luis Robert, 42 of 75. And autograph number 2 is Hanley Ramirez. 2 relevant players. Miami Hanley. Just some thick boys. We're going to have to double stack here, I think. Let me grab you guys a link. I'm going to drop a link in the chat right now. Notepad. I just started a sale in the old eBay store. 30% off everything in my eBay store. Link is in the chat below. Also, everything in my store has a best offer option on it. So if you see a card you like, you can just hit make an offer and send whatever offer you think is fair. Everything in there. So don't hesitate. You see something you like and you think it's priced too high, just send me an offer. The last box of the high roller. Here we go. Got a bunch of hits over here. Any Skeens? I don't know. Thought we hit a parallel Skeens at one point. I don't remember though. Oh, is that a red? Oh, baby. There's a red in here to 5. Oh, baby. Alcantara, red rookie. And a red geometric. Wilkinson. Hey, it's a color match. 2 of 5. Wilkinson of the Guardians. Hold up. Eric, congratulations. That's his first. Alvin Garcia to 250. Orioles for Kevin. Lynn to 150. D-backs for Eric. Oh, man. I think we've pulled, no, it's Slade. We've pulled 3 Slade Caldwell. Mojo. But this one is JJ Weatherholt to 150. Big hit for Justin. Very nice. Followed by Pan to 150. Blue X-Fractor. And we got 1 base and it's Thomas White. Not bad. Not bad, Tommy White. Miami's #1 prospect, Thomas White. We might see him before you know it. You just called the Weatherholt card guy? Wow. Best to the day. Charles, you may not have seen, we got a card on the stage here. I don't really know what the best hit of the day is, but we've had a few that are capable. We got a Made auto, we got a Parallel Weatherholt auto, we got a Superfractor, we got an Orange Hall of Fame auto. We got a lot of things. Here we go. Ready for the hit show? Red rookies. Alcantara and Thorpe. We got some Condon first. Mini De Jong. Bowman. Retro foil. Carlos Correa. Fiend to 350. Drew Jones to 499. Nick Kurtz. Reptilian. Orlando Mini Diamond. Hope X-Fractor. Buyback Walker. Vaughn Grissom to 75. Sheets and Caballero. Flaherty. Colt Keith. Blue Classe and Hayes, White Montez, Ortiz to 699, Martini De Jong, Soler to 699, Barry Bonds to 125, 7-time MVP. Hope to 250, Walker to 199, Waldrop Red Rookie, Lindor to 175, Wright to 499, Red Rookie Job. McDermott to 50, Purple Rookie Auto to 50. Kobe Mayo to 150. Pena first auto. Barrios. Bresano to 250. Scooble to 150. Doyle to 99. Trace Sweeney rookie auto refractor to 199. Dylan Cruz TCB. Chris Sale to 75. Festa 1 of 99. Derek Jeter to 75. Garcia to 250. Pan to 150. White first auto. Lynn to 150. Gore to 75. Birdsong to 150, Rutledge Auto, Bideau to 225, Julio to 150, Yamaguchi to 199, Cantillo to 150, Hunter Bishop Auto, Cardenas, Perella to 299, Jake Sanford Auto, Sam Huff to 75, Lou Bob to 75, Nando and Machado, dual pinstripe relics, game used to 99, Hanley Ramirez, 5-star autograph, Darren Baker, 3 of 25. Orange rookie. Michael Young, autograph to 99. PCA and Cody Bellinger to 75. Fernando, stamp of approval, game used to 150. Matt Wilkinson, 2 of 5. A red geometric first. This is a nasty card. This Big Poppy, ivory autograph. Orange parallel to 25. Clean. On card. Hall of Fame banger. And JJ Weatherholt. Mojo first auto to 150. And the star of the show. Superfractor, Wyatt Langford, 1 of 1 from Topps Chrome Black. Gorgeous hit. We are hitting the supers out of TCB. Craziness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had another wonderful day of hits. Friday, here's what's on the docket. We're going to do some more mixers. And I'm going to go back a few years. I've got some products dating all the way back to 2019, just the good stuff. I went over all the checklists to make sure we've got the potential to get the good rookie autos we're looking for. And we're going to do several years of releases in Friday's mixers. So if you want to join, become a slammer, link is in the description below. Slammers get notified when I post a break. And you can buy in if you want. Wong! You missed it. Did you see him? Did you see who we hit? Let me see if I can find him. There he is. To 75. Unfortunately, he's not a Ranger anymore, but does that take your fandom away from him? Since he's not a Ranger anymore? Just might. I don't know. All right, guys.